are back to SHRIKE as Coalition versus Masque. On Kalash Heath, so a nice aggressive map. Who is SHRIKE? I believe relatively new face, but does seem to be a competent player. He may be a returning one. I do recognise the name, but I cannot say for certain. We will just have to see how well he plays. Or, you know, how well SHRIKE plays. Ooh, that's some very poor carrier micro. So, yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, you can use the move command, which is on the V hotkey. And if you do the move from the center of the carrier, I mean, I will say points to him for not knowing how to do that. And although all of that was just to turn around the carrier. No, he's just drove in a circle, so he just achieved nothing. Okay. But yeah, so you can use the move order, and then as long as you give the order from the center, you can then give a directional sort of drag order. Pops up a little green arrow in the direction you want it facing, and then carriers and cruisers will actually turn on the spot, which is very handy. An excellent way of repositioning your carrier. And SHRIKE picking up an early UAV kill. Again, I don't see the point in that UAV. Both players have, in fact, recycled their base runners, which seems... for the extra eco, I can definitely see it benefiting... No, it's not benefiting SHRIKE right now. He's sat on exactly 187 RUs. So once again, it is very important you quick drop some CUs just to get that as close to 100 mark as possible to make the most of a recycled base runner. It does make quite a difference. Otherwise, just being sat with that extra 87 CUs is incredibly wasteful. And right now we're seeing SHRIKE just putting out as many LAVs, and he's already got the boost upgrade, so he's got assault packs. Bit of an overcommit here, I feel. I feel like he could have set up on this ridge here and just exchanged fire rather than just charging headlong in and dealing with high ground. So, not necessarily the best play, but I think it's just from the perspective he has numbers advantage and he wants to take full advantage and punish. But SHRIKE thus far has been very aggressive. Let's see, yeah, getting in here and punishing the eco. That said, Masque has invested more in eco, although this is looking pretty bad. AAV tech is done, so I'm expecting we'll see AAVs start coming out, and that will change things here. Yeah, AAVs are in the build queue, and that will shut down this aggression. Really, the major damage here has been from Masque moving out the carrier. Simply wasting so much time. So yeah, that gets cleaned up. But because SHRIKE hasn't expanded much in the way of eco, it's not a massive advantage. Losing all those units kind of offsets that. Oh, never mind. So Masque did keep her base runner up, which again has kept 3 of these LAVs busy, which I think is more worthwhile than the 187 CUs would have been. So... but right now, all that Masque really needs to do is put out as many AAVs as possible and put them in SHRIKE's face, and it will put her well ahead. But again, units pretty badly scattered out. This AAV just needs to push in on these LAVs, guarantees a kill. Fair enough. Masque focused on playing defensively, trying to prevent these LAVs really getting in, doing too much damage. SHRIKE diving in, taking full advantage of that speed upgrade he's got, but with 2 AAVs here, that is going to lock him out pretty heavily. don't know why this carrier is moving though. Really needs to be on these resources. Keep that coming in. So clearly these LAV assaults are shaking Masque up a fair bit. And SHRIKE is just sending LAVs wherever he thinks he can get them round. And with Masque just sending all of them together, like not splitting up, not keeping one over here or one near this, is going to cost Masque pretty badly. Really, it's very important to get into the habit of spreading out your AAVs to cover multiple passes and then bringing them together to just kind of surround and create a net, as it were, around Strikecraft to ensure you're getting kills. Again, Masque moving around this carrier a hell of a lot, and I don't see her benefiting from it. Still stopping this LAV here. Railguns now coming out from SHRIKE, and SHRIKE beginning to get that first expansion up. These AAVs really need to be heading towards SHRIKE. Masque really needs to be establishing that map presence. And right now, Masque has more LAVs than SHRIKE. As a matter of fact, if Masque just puts out some more LAVs, can just walk all over this. There's no way. Like, these LAVs can just come over here and kill this railgun. It's just Masque needs to push up, needs to establish what's going on, needs to you know, find her opponent. There's no reason for these AAVs to still be over here. You can't expect LAVs to have sat here. One of these AAVs should have gone in here and checked. The other two head down here, start pressuring the opponent. Yeah, Masque seems very out of practice, at least for 1v1. There is no pressure going on here. Completely defensive setup. Has numerical superiority. Has more military units. While her opponent is building up economy right now. And again, I can understand this from a team games perspective, but this is a 1v1, and I don't think Masque has moved beyond halfway across the map, except for a base runner going for a cap. This is extremely... you got to pressure your opponent. You need to force their hand, and you need to know what's going on. Masque sees there's a single railgun and panics. These LAVs haven't moved. The AAVs are moving. Where are they going? Just, why? You've got these AAVs. You need to find a way of making them valuable. You have invested in these. They have armor? No armor, but still. What? Why? 6 AAVs, and you're just waiting for your enemy to build up LAVs? No. I can understand SHRIKE being on the back foot because he knows he's outnumbered. He's like, I can't push him with these LAVs. I want to take a good fight in the field. You know, he's probably expecting an attack that he needs to cope with. He's expecting AAVs to come from the flanks. There's nothing. These 3 LAVs are now going to get mopped up, having achieved little to nothing. Yeah, single LAV out here left to die. There's just this lack of cohesion. It just feels like I'm looking at someone pressing F2 and telling their entire military to go from one point to the next. There's no points. And again, the more that Masque does this in different locations, the more it breaks up the unit cohesion. She's not going, I need those 2 AAVs to go down this flank. I need these AAVs over here. I need the LAVs gathered up so that they can fight those. Everything's just kind of trundling to one location however it can get there with just no cohesion whatsoever. And SHRIKE scouting this, I presume he's not going to... Yeah, moving away before he takes any damage. He sees that Masque is rallied up there, and he is going in for the economy. He doesn't want to fight this. And he is going to eat up that whole first expansion. Masque can't do diddly about it. Oh, he's even going to pick up 2 LAV kills along the way. Again, even though Masque has the stronger force, has a better unit composition, quite frankly, doesn't matter because she's not using it. She's waiting to lose. She is waiting for the enemy to tell her how the battle is going to play out. And here's how it's playing out. You don't get an economy Masque because you won't protect it. You cannot play this passively in a 1v1. You need to be proactive. You need to have map presence. You need to have map control. And you need to scout. This is appalling. Denmark, I don't want to be offensive. It is just a case of this is poor play. Poor form. It is so very important. You only need these AAVs maybe in pairs. Maybe a group of 3 if you're worried about the LAV numbers. Meanwhile, you could have this one going down here, this one going down here. You can be pressuring the flanks. And all you need to do is click while these are AAVs, hold shift and give a series of orders down one flank and one down the other. And you can be pressuring the flanks with very little work. Instead, you're running around playing damage control while Shrike just runs around you. Running back and forth, back and forth. It's just the whole army just shifting from one location to the next. Yeah, you're going to beat these. Hey, guess what? You just lost your support cruiser at Maine. Meanwhile, Shrike is sat with 4 railguns, sat ready to reactively protect his base if those AAVs come around the back. He's playing defensively at the same time, but the point is he's invested in fighting and killing your eco in the meantime. And the thing is, Masque has the resources and units to have coped with both those LAV groups at the same time. Again, Shrike is not making the most of what he's got. He could very easily have won this just by sending it in the railguns, quite frankly. You know, those railguns here to support this and punishing the AAVs would make a massive difference. He's clearly too afraid of being flanked by AAVs, but that's not a concern. He's seen enough of the map. He knows where Masque's army is, so there's no reason for these Savak here. He's just playing it too safe. What is he teched into? AAVs and rails, that's it. Massive bank. So it's not even about being on 3 bases, it's just Shrike isn't making the most of his economy. He's too busy microing these so that he can do so much damage to Masque. What are the resource pools looking like? So yeah, Shrike has more than double the resources, at least CUs wise. RUs are pretty close, but we'll see how that changes. Shrike now getting into armor. So yeah, so Shrike's plan here is clearly to just get a big blob of railguns and AAVs, and then he wants to steamroll in here. Gunship is going to be very valuable for Masque. Excuse me. Is it good? It should win this fight. It should not be at risk from these LAVs at all. So yeah, Gunship cleaning up those LAVs. Good exchange. But again, Masque has lost so much economy to these LAV passes. She's sat on a small army over here doing nothing. Quite frankly, they need some repairs. But this is what happens when you surrender initiative to your opponent. Shrike has control to run this fight however he wants. His economy has not been pressured. There has been no fight. The furthest forward Masque has gone on Kalash Teeth is here with a base runner. Here it is. Here is Masque's forward assault force. Oh, 1 second. Maybe. Right, and officially, Here we are, 15 minutes in, and the gunship has gone furthest forwards. Hit main, look, it's all blobbed up. Nice, here we go. Two gunships. That's enough firepower to kill a support cruiser, by the way. Keep that in mind. And armor 2 on these units now, so still gunships are able to punch through some of that armor nowadays. Would like it to be in the middle there, but again, good damage. But yeah. 15 minutes in, Masque raided the enemy economy. Not responding to the big army she saw moving across the middle of the map, though. Moving... Oh, wait, no. She sent a base runner. It's fine. It's okay. I suspect this could be a good game, but, well, GG. Oh, wow. Gunship doing work. Gunship for MVP. Come on, get some veterancy. You need a name. I'm shooting at AVs now. There's still Oh, there we go. We have a veteran gunship. We have OFC Stall Sajet. There we go, see? Sajet. Heroes. I think it's over. So yes, that game was entirely dictated by SHRIKE. Oh no, don't worry. I keep going quiet. I think it's just Masque's impact on me. I'm left speechless. 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 So where are we after that? That brings us to